In March 2 years ago, I reviewed the Mongoose Malice fat tire bike. It, along with its identically spec'd sibling, the Dolomite, are among the most popular budget fat tire bikes. They're both fun, but heavy and with lots of steel and a 7-speed limited gear range, they're not really that good on anything other than flat ground. For 2021, Mongoose has made a new Dolomite. Behold the Dolomite ALX. And today I'm going to give it a look in my 5 bikes in 5 days series where I take a bike, unbox it, assemble it, and ride it in one day to get a day one impression. There's a lot on the line because there's only one go at it, so no room for issues. So let's see what's so special about this new Dolomite that they added letters to its name. I'm going to run through this quick because there's a lot to absorb, so ready, set, review. Kicking off, don't let these slip-on rubber grips distract you from the 720mm by 31.8mm alloy bars. The original Dolomite's bars, steel. It's also an alloy stem for this threadless headset. The head tube, non-tapered, which is common on fat tire bikes. Not common though on a Walmart fat tire bike. An alloy fork. Another part that's normally steel. So far, bars and fork alloy weight savings to help offset these big wheels. Wheels with tires that are branded now, and with a cool name, Big Fatty 26s. And of course, these tires are still 26 by 4.0. 4 inches wide, that means big rims, and these are drilled. Yet another weight savings. More weight shedding at the seat post and another steel to aluminum change. There's even new saddle branding. MNG, sleek looking this saddle, and that Mongoose M among the best of the big box bike logos. At the rear, don't get caught in the gaze of those dual reflectors because you're going to want to see what's below those. Not the usual 14 to 28 tooth 7-speed, this is 11 to 34 tooth. And back at the bars, reveals an extra gear, 8 speeds. And they're shifted via a micro shift trigger shifter, no twist shifter. There's more to the left, another trigger shifter, and this one, it only goes to 2. That works the new crankset group up front, which is now a 2x, 2 gears with its own micro shift derailleur. A micro shift at the back too, a 26C, and this one has a replaceable hanger, not the direct mount derailleurs like on those steel frame Dolomites, which is a bit of a giveaway, you'll see in a second. First, the 8-speed. Did I mention that this isn't a freewheel? It's a cassette, which is even more weight savings and strength and versatility. This is already shaping up to be impressive, and there's more coming. Even at the bottom bracket, subtle steps forward. More good news, the frame. This is a great looking frame, nice welds, a pewter silverish finish. It's aluminum, hydroformed and lightweight. All these alloy components in place of steel and this aluminum frame reduces the Dolomite ALX's weight down to 36 pounds. I like the graphics too, but for those that don't, they're stickers and they can be removed, but there's one sticker that you're going to want to leave in place. This M, it isn't for Mongoose. This is a sizing sticker. Because the Dolomite ALX, it has sized frames, 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, from 17 to 19 inch. Think about that, sized frames on a bike you can buy from the rack in a Walmart store. And also, it's a budget fat tire bike that only weighs 36 pounds, which will mean easier work for the mechanical disc brakes, but bonus, they upped the front rotor from 160 to 180 millimeters. Still 160 millimeters at the rear, but here's yet another good feature, quick release on both wheels. Mongoose, what are you doing? What are you going to leave the haters to hate? All hail the Dolomite ALX and its sized alloy frame and all these other great features. I couldn't wait to give this a try. As I mentioned earlier, the original Dolomite and the Malice that I own, due to the weight and the limited gearing, they're only really useful on flat ground, but that doesn't mean fun can't be had because I have a lot of fun on the Malice. All budget fat tire bikes have that rollover anything awesomeness. Given my hilly area, a bike like this Dolomite ALX is going to be a big and beneficial change to fat biking. And out of the box, this ALX shifts great. A 2x in my experience is just easier to keep in tune than a 3x. And there's this, it's not normally this easy to accelerate a big box fat bike. I can build and maintain a decently fast pace on this bike when I need to. The 16 available speeds mean that on this day one ride, never during the entire ride did I feel like I needed another gear. As a matter of fact, in the granny gear, it's so low that on flat ground I can spin at obscene speeds. This isn't sped up, it's real time. I made a special ride to the area where I filmed my original Mongoose Malice rolling over stuff. Here, the Dolomite ALX, equally dominant over anything, rocks, chunks of concrete, sand, everything this odd abandoned industrial site offers. In these off-road settings, the traction from those fat tires comes in handy, and also it's really obvious this is a lighter bike because it's much more nimble and easier to pedal. And it's balanced, it's a ride more reminiscent of a mountain bike than a normal budget fatty. I had 8 specific locations in my mind that I was going to ride to film at with this bike, but 3 locations in my gimbal, now to be fair, it's been on the skids, and a motion sickness warning for the next few seconds, but my gimbal started doing this mid-ride. It's a good thing this is a day 1 impression video because I can just cut to the obligatory fat tire shots. And a slow pan around, and how about one of the 2x doing its thing, no adjustments needed, shifted perfectly out of the box. And I can't forget the new front brake, this new rotor, 180 millimeters, it's an improvement. The entire bike a 100%, an absolute jump to a whole new level of riding a fatty. What about hills though? I climbed this little thing on the Malice, but I'm talking real hills. Well, they're a cakewalk, whether that be a standing climb in a higher gear, or a seated ultra casual climb in the lowest gear. This isn't even the lowest gear. I think this is 2 gears from the lowest. I feel like I'm understating the importance of this because I can climb hills, big hills, easily with a budget fat tire bike. The Dolomite ALX, it's a total home run in my opinion. They put all the attention in the right places. It has more gear range, it's lighter. It has a cassette, quick release wheels, better brakes, and that sized frame. You know, it's almost like someone was taking notes from a Kev Central video as far as how to equip a big box bike. This is very much in line with the way I would equip this bike. The pricing a little higher than the standard Dolomite or Malice at $498, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Thanks to this Dolomite ALX, the fat bike options at Walmart have definitely expanded, and I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of these riding around town. In a follow-up video, I've even been considering possibly taking this to a mountain bike trail just to see. Comment below if you'd like to see me do that, and also what you think about the Dolomite ALX. Thanks for watching. I hope you give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and that you subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you have that notification bell active. Have a great day.